Today, we're diving into how AI is completely rewriting the rules of advertising and search. Seriously, the ground is shifting right under our feet, and the way customers find and buy from your business is changing, well, forever. Let's get right into it. So let's just kick things off with a pretty huge question, one that might even keep you up at night. What if your next customer decides to buy from you, or even worse, from a competitor without ever clicking a single link to your site? And look, this isn't some far-off science fiction. This is the new reality that's taking shape right now. Here's the most important change you need to understand. The entire buyer journey, from that first little question someone has all the way to their final purchase, it's getting shorter. It's compressing. It's moving away from having a dozen browser tabs open and into a single decisive conversation with an AI. Okay, so let's start with our first section here, the new AI gatekeepers. These platforms are quickly becoming the new front door for pretty much all customer interactions. And believe me, they are completely rewriting the rules of the game. Just take a look at OpenAI, for example. They're already testing ads directly inside of ChatGPT. But here's the thing. These aren't just any old banner ads. Nope, they're influenced by the conversation itself. So you can imagine a user asking for, say, a product recommendation, and bam, a sponsored ad could pop up right at that critical moment of decision. Now, OpenAI promises the core AI answers won't be biased, but the power of that ad placement, it's absolutely undeniable. This really shows you the massive shift we're talking about. We're moving from that old world of 10 blue links, where we had to do all the homework ourselves, to a totally new reality where the AI just gives us a single trusted answer. The journey from question to action is becoming what's called a zero-click decision, which means the customer can totally make up their mind without ever needing to click through to a single website. And of course, Google isn't just sitting around watching this happen. They're embedding commerce directly into their AI tools, with buy buttons and even these things called business agents that let shoppers chat with your brand's own AI, all without ever leaving the search results. Your website is just no longer the final stop. The whole transaction can happen right there in the search. So what do? Right? It's time to become the obvious, easy choice. You need your positioning to be so tight that an AI can't possibly misinterpret who you help. Your customer reviews, they're now your most valuable asset. They're the social proof that travels with your name everywhere. And when that lead finally comes through from the AI, speed is everything. Speed wins the deal. Now for our second point, automation's sharp edge. Because AI isn't just about giving people answers, right? It's about taking action. And that automation, well, it's a really powerful double-edged sword. The term you're going to be hearing a lot more of is agentic AI. And this is the big shift from AI that just gives you ideas to AI that actually does things. I'm talking about launching campaigns, managing inventory, executing all kinds of tasks on your behalf. It's moving from the whiteboard to the actual workflow. But here's the catch, and trust me, it's a big one. Automation is an amplifier. If you have a clean, efficient system with clear data, AI is going to make it faster and better. But if your business runs on messy data, vague offers, and broken tracking, automation will only help you fail faster. So the big takeaway here is you've got to clean up your house before you buy the new robot vacuum. You have to fix your conversion tracking so your tools can actually learn from what's working. Standardize how you name things so your reports actually make sense. And you need to know exactly who your best customer is and what your best offer is, because that is what you need to feed the machine. And why is this all so urgent? Well, because the market is getting incredibly loud. In just the past year, AI firms spent a staggering $426 million on digital ads. You're not just competing with other businesses in your category anymore, you're competing for attention in an increasingly crowded AI-powered world. So this brings us to probably the most important question of all. With all this wild new tech, what actually wins? It's not about having the fanciest new tool. It's really about mastering the fundamentals. And here it is. The winning formula in the AI era really comes down to these three things. Be easy to understand, so an AI can recommend you in a single sentence. Be easy to trust, with overwhelming proof like your reviews. And be fast to respond, because the customer journey is now measured in seconds, not days. Okay, theory is great and all, but let's get practical. Here is a super simple, money-saving action you can take in the next 15 minutes to put all these ideas to work. So, inside your Google Ads account, you could find exactly where your ads are showing up. Just export that list, sort it by how much you spent, and look for all the placements that brought you 0 conversions. Then you just add all that junk to a do not show list. It's a simple cleanup that can immediately stop you from just lighting money on fire. And this really brings us back to the most critical takeaway of all of this. You can have the most advanced AI marketing suite in the entire world, but better tools will not fix weak fundamentals. If your offer is confusing or your follow-up is slow, no amount of technology is going to save you. So I'll leave you with this one last question to really think about. If a customer asked an AI assistant to solve their problem, would your business be the clear, obvious, and simple answer? Is your business easy to recommend in one single sentence? Because that is the new test for this new era of advertising.